What happens when two of Hollywood's most legendary friends trade in their suits for police, adjacently to find themselves tangled in greed, betrayal, and millions in dirty cash? That's the setup for The Rip, Netflix's brand new thriller starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. The trailer just dropped, and it doesn't hold back. To Miami cops stumble onto a fortune hidden in a stash house, but instead of celebrating, the discovery quickly turns toxic. Trust begins to unravel, paranoia spreads through the force, and suddenly, no one knows who's on their side. With Affleck and Damon back on screen together, fans are already buzzing that this could be their most intense collaboration yet. The movie reveal. On September 10th, Netflix pulled back the curtain on The Rip with a trailer that instantly set the internet talking. The film reunites Ben Affleck and Matt Damon on screen for the first time since their 2023 sports drama Air. But this time, the stakes couldn't be more different. In The Rip, they play Miami cops who uncover millions of dollars hidden inside a crumbling stash house. At first, it feels like the ultimate score, but that discovery quickly turns into a curse. As the synopsis warns, trust among a team of Miami cops begins to fray as whispers of the cash start to spread. What begins as a lucky find spirals into a dangerous game of suspicion, betrayal, and survival. And from the look of the trailer, the audience will never be quite sure who's telling the truth or who's planning to walk away with the money. Suspense and themes. At its core, The Rip isn't just about cops finding cash, it's about what that money does to people. The trailer teases a tense, slow burn unraveling where greed takes center stage. Every character begins to question not just their partners, but themselves. Who's going to stay loyal to the badge, and who's tempted to cross the line? That central conflict fuels the suspense. As paranoia spreads like wildfire through the department, the Miami backdrop adds even more grit to the story, with a sun-soaked setting that hides corruption lurking just beneath the surface. Instead of a simple action film, Netflix is pitching this as a psychological thriller where the biggest threat might not come from criminals on the street, but from the cops sitting right beside you. The cast being Damon Affleck. While Affleck and Damon are the clear headliners, The Rip stacks its roster with a powerhouse supporting cast. Steven Yeun steps in with his signature intensity, fresh off critical acclaim from Beef. Teyana Taylor, known for her bold screen presence, adds another unpredictable edge. Sasha Cale, who recently broke out in The Flash, joins the lineup alongside Catalina Sandino Moreno, Scott Adkins, and veteran actor Kyle Chandler. With a cast this diverse and layered, every character feels like they could play a pivotal role in the unraveling. The trailer hints that trust isn't just fragile between Affleck and Damon's characters, it's fragile across the entire squad. That ensemble tension is exactly what gives the film its slow-building paranoia, making every glance and every line of dialogue feel loaded with suspicion. The partnership legacy. For Affleck and Damon, The Rip isn't just another movie, it's the latest chapter in a friendship and creative partnership that spanned decades. Ever since they broke through with Good Will Hunting back in 1997, the two have returned to each other time and time again, both in front of and behind the camera. From the last duel to Air, their collaborations have evolved from writing underdogs to building their own production powerhouse. And now, with artists' equity, they're not just starring in films together, they're shaping them from the ground up. What makes their bond so unique is that it isn't just business. It's rooted in trust, loyalty, and a shared drive to push each other into new territory. The Rip carries that same spirit, proving that when Damon and Affleck team up, audiences know they're in for something bold. It's what makes The Rip different. Unlike their past collaborations, The Rip isn't a character-driven drama or a historical epic, it's a tense, edge-of-your-seat thriller rooted in moral ambiguity. The story doesn't just focus on action, it digs into the psychology of temptation, corruption, and fractured loyalty. What happens when millions of dollars suddenly appear in the hands of those sworn to protect the law? That central question creates a level of suspense that feels different from anything Damon and Affleck have done before. The neon-soaked Miami backdrop only heightens the tension, giving the film a gritty, dangerous energy. And because the story blurs the line between heroes and villains, viewers are left constantly second-guessing who they can actually trust. It's not about clear good guys and bad guys, it's about what greed does to people when no one's watching. Fan reactions and industry buzz. Since the trailer dropped, the rep has already ignited a wave of excitement online. Fans are thrilled to see Damon and Affleck back on screen together, especially in roles that feel grittier and more unpredictable than their past projects. Social media has been buzzing with reactions, with many pointing out how the film's tension-filled atmosphere is giving them Training Day and Sicario vibes. Critics have also hinted that Netflix might be holding onto one of its strongest original thrillers in years. What's fueling the buzz even more is the speculation about just how dark the story will go. Will Affleck and Damon's characters stay loyal to each other, or will money and suspicion tear them apart? That lingering question is exactly what has fans counting down to release day. The Rip isn't just another cop thriller, it's a gripping test of loyalty, greed, and survival, powered by one of Hollywood's most iconic duos, with Damon and Affleck stepping into darker territory. Backed by a stellar cast and their own production company, the stakes have never felt higher. The trailer makes one thing clear: this is a story where trust is fragile, danger lurks in every corner, and even the strongest bonds can break under pressure. As the countdown to its Netflix premiere begins, one question lingers when millions are on the line: who can you really trust?